we tend to follow in the footsteps of our family and what our family do. Like we have a lot of generational, a lot of family things that are passed down. So we tend to take on beliefs that are not our own beliefs. Like sometimes if you're brought up in a certain way, you will take on the beliefs of that family. So if your family had a certain view of a certain person, you find yourself having that same view of that person. And when you've been brought up in that environment and to believe that and you've been told that, it can be hard to pull yourself away from that. So it can be hard to not follow in the footsteps of your parents, not to live the way that they live their life. Like it's a very hard thing to do, to pull yourself away from the way that your parents lived, the way that your family lived, the people that you were brought up with lived, because that's all you've known, that's what you would have seen. There's like a saying, isn't there, give me a child from naught to whatever and I'll give you the man or the woman. And that's very true, because a lot of what we believe, some of it is brought about by the family and the environment that we're brought up. So like I said, I was saying earlier about the tribe, they've been brought up to be told you can't drink water, water's bad for you, water can poison you. It's realising that not everybody lives their lives like that. It's realising that actually the way your environment is and the way that you're brought up, there is other environments and other people, and they've been brought up in different ways from you. And it's realising that take the good things, like your family and how you've been brought up isn't always 100% right, because if you go just to the other side of the world, they have different views and different feelings. Like everybody's families have different values, different beliefs. So if it's true for you, it doesn't mean it's true. Who gave you that truth? Where did it come from? Is it serving you? Like if it's not serving you and it's holding you back in life, change it, mix it up, try and look at other ways that you could think of things like that. So everything that we believe in can actually be questioned on where you are in the world. So we believe in certain things on this side of the world, but then on the other side of the world, they have a completely different view of things. It's like your truth is not the truth. It's only your truth because of the environment that you've been with. But if you went to the other side of the world and you told somebody things that you do, they'd go, oh, why do you do that? That's really odd. Like, why do you do it like that? Where I'm from, we do it like this, and where I'm from, we do it like that. So it's actually find out, why is it true? Who gave that to you? What are you going to do to adjust that? And what happened? Like, for instance, sometimes we absorb things and then it makes us behave in a certain way. So what happened to absorb the information the wrong way? What happened to make you use that information and that have a negative impact on you? So like, for instance, some people, like if someone laughs in your face, some people would just ignore that person laughing in their face. But then some people, because of the beliefs that they've been brought up, they won't just ignore that being laughed in the face. They react to it because that's how they've been brought up to do. They've been brought up to fight back and argue with people. And some beliefs can get people in a lot of trouble. Some beliefs are not good for you. Some beliefs can get you into fights. They can really bring out poor behaviour in you because it's a belief that you've been brought up with. And things like my dad told me if someone hits me, I should hit them back and things like that. And that's what the belief is. So if it's not serving you and it's causing problems in your life, and for instance, say you've got something and it's making you behave in bad ways, what are you going to do to change that? Like, how are you going to change that? Write that down. Is that serving you? Like, if someone's coming up to you and they're in your face and they're arguing with you, how's that going to help you? How's that going to help you? Because you're just going to end up in jail, prison, things like that. So that's not a helpful belief. But if you like being there, then maybe that is a helpful belief for you. So there's a lot of things that we think that aren't true. And I hope you're getting where I'm coming from with this. It's basically questioning things. Like if it's serving you and it's giving you a good life and you're having a happy life, leave it be. Don't change it. But if you're doing things and you're behaving in a certain way and it's not actually a good way and it's not serving you, let's question that. Let's see where that come from. Let's see. And where have you got that from? Is it from growing up? Is it from an experience that happened to you when you were younger? Like, where is this poor thing coming from, and let's change it. But if it's serving you, let's leave it. If it's a good thing, leave it. I'm only talking about the things that are happening and they're getting you in sticky situations, or they're doing things that are not making you happy. Let's question where it comes from. Let's question whether that's actually your belief, or a belief and a value that's been passed down to you. Let's start questioning this, because until we question it, we're just going to be stuck in the same patterns, and the patterns are not going to change, and they're just going to stay the same. So it's a lot to take in. Your vision. Let's see what you're part of. Is it good? Is it something that's good and serving you well, or is it a bad thing that's not serving you well? Let's look at the bigger picture. If you carry on as you are, what are you going to leave behind? What is your legacy going to be? Like, what are you leaving behind if you carry on as you are? Is it going to be a good? Is it going to be good, or is it going to be bad?